All right, it's my real pleasure for the May 19th, the Chico Vibe, to have a friend of mine, Tommy Diestel, on the line, calling in from Montana, where he is studying mechanical engineering. Welcome to KZFR, Tommy Diestel.
Hey, how's it going?
It's doing great, man. It's always good to hear your voice. Now, you're a Chico grad, year 2010, right?
Yeah, Chico High, yeah.
Now, did you go to Butte College before you transferred to Montana, or what's going on with that?
Yeah, so I started as doing music. I wanted to be a music major, then switched to English, and then ended up getting into the sustainability studies program at Butte College. And from there, decided that I wanted to pursue mechanical engineering and transferred out to MSU after getting a couple of AAs and the sustainability studies certificate at Butte College.
And we're fortunate that you at least got some spare time that you're pumping out these banjo-scored eclectic originals. Is my little tune on that in your spare time? Why don't you tell us a little bit about your teaser digital album downloads on Bandcamp.com, Tommy D?
So I just this year I decided I needed to get better at my self-promo as far as being somebody that just kind of plays around in my spare time. I just do like some solo stuff, and I do slam poetry as well. And people kept asking me how to find my stuff online, and I didn't have anything set up for anything that was just myself. I've been in bands for so long that everything is through the bands that I had back in California, and so it just felt like it was time to get some more fresh stuff out. And so I started just doing some self-promo, and just the other day recorded a couple tracks, just a couple covers that I do by Tom Waits and Bomb the Music Industry, and an original one, and just made the cuts and put it up.
Yeah, that fits pretty good in my next question, because I know my listeners, this is the Chico Vibe. So fill our listeners in a bit on growing up as a musician here in Chico, maybe some of the bands you were in, where you started playing, stuff like that, Tommy D.
All right. So, I grew up in Chico, went to Chico High and everything, and that was where I met the cats from my first band, which was Fit Chased, local hardcore project that was just a couple years going on just in high school, and then met the guys who are now in Smokey the Groove, Austin Farwell and Kevin Killian, and we played in Absolutacris for a while with a drummer friend of ours, Big Bill. And then when that faded, we were in Big Bill and the Extra Crispies, and then I was also in Gorilla and Season of the Witch for a while. So did kind of a whole spectrum of things, from going from hardcore punk rock to then going to funk and metal and bluegrass and rock and roll and shit. So. Speaking
of Montana, Tommy, I mean, is there anything you'd like to share with our listeners about, why you chose Montana over any other mechanical engineering school that you might have gone to locally in Pacific Northwest?
So I really thought about going to Chico State, and then, I know myself, and all my social ties were in Chico. I would have focused too much on just playing music and hanging out, and I really had to talk to myself about, if I was going to go to school and really try to do this whole college thing, I felt like I needed to get away from all of my social ties, because that would have just taken so much of my focus away from my studies. And although Chico State has a great engineering program that I really looked at, MSU also has a really good one. I had a cousin out here, and honestly, what the real clincher was I was just randomly I was on this road trip and randomly picked up a hitchhiker that dropped me, they wanted a ride to Montana. And I wasn't planning on going to Montana. I was just going to cut through Wyoming and Utah to get back to California. And said, fuck it, I'll take you to Montana. Checked it out. It was beautiful. I fell in love with the scenery. Came back that next year to check out the campus, and it was a really great school. Through my cousin, I met a lot of cool people. And then I've just been really getting integrated into the music and art scene out here. I was really surprised at how much of a scene there is in Bozeman and Missoula. Yeah, the music scene is great, and I would say to any people who are in bands and are trying to tour and stuff, there's a really cool loop you can do that takes you right through Missoula and Bozeman, and to go through Denver, and you can hit Salt Lake or Denver or Boulder, or hit any of the West Coast cities in the Pacific Northwest. And just if you're interested in coming out this way, let me know. I'll get you in touch with one of the promoters out here, and we can make something happen. Yeah.
That sounds good. So maybe we wrap this up real quick, because I think it's a nice transition. Maybe fill us in a little bit on your inner workings of the one you penned, the one you wrote, the Can't Change the Past, man. What's going on with that?
That one's probably one of the most like heavy lyrical content I've written about. It's about my buddy Thaddeus overdosing and dying and feeling like there was something more I could have done. And then also just over the years, like a couple more friends of mine and people I've known have just dropped off of the earth. And so it's kind of about like that first experience for me of losing a friend and losing somebody that was really close, and just about like those feelings that I was processing at the time.
Take care of yourself, Tommy D. Till the next time, man.
Yeah.
Well, if you drop me a line, why don't you roam? But now that you'd have taken it up, yeah, well, that much I know. As long as you know that I would have been there. As long as you know, oh yeah, that I truly did care, oh yeah. Well, I wish I never wrote this song. I wish I never wrote this song. I wish I never wrote this song. But now you're gone. And I'm counting deaths like they're grains of sand, watching them all fall, yeah, right from my hands. And I'm losing track of all them grains, oh yeah. Well, it's never the same when you start losing friends, oh yeah. And I wish I never wrote this song. I wish I never wrote this song. I wish I never wrote this song. Now you're gone. What can you do to change the past? There ain't nothing at all, so stop looking back, oh yeah. But don't you forget all that you've learned. And don't you forget, oh yeah, everything that ever hurt, oh yeah. If you'd drop me a line, well, I'd have thrown you a rope, oh yeah. Now that you'd have taken it, oh yeah. Now that you'd have taken it, oh yeah, that much I know. As long as you know that I would have been there. As long as you know, oh yeah, that I really did care. And that if you threw me a line, I'd have thrown you a rope. Now that you'd have taken it, oh yeah, that much I do know. As long as you know that I really did care. As long as you know, oh yeah, that I would have been there, oh yeah. And if you threw me a line, I'd have thrown you a rope. But not that you'd have taken it, oh yeah, that much I know. I wish I never wrote this song, 'cause now you're